Okay, guys, can you hear me? You gotta let me know in the chat if it worked when I unmuted it. Okay, cool. You guys say you can hear me. If you guys have any questions, you can ask me. I'm going to switch over to animal behavior, take a break from organic chemistry. Do you guys want me to answer some questions, or do you want to continue with your conversation? I love that you guys are talking. I think it's really cool. No, not Evernote. Sorry guys, 1 second, I'm struggling. I don't want to, okay. How do I organize my notes? Well, Notability really helps me organize, like, based off of, like, the titles of them, because I know that it can be, like, insane trying to figure out, like, how you're going to keep your lectures in order. I was really worried about that when going to digital, but basically I have it ordered by the title. Actually, I have it ordered by the creation date, I think, so all my lectures are in order, from like the first lecture to the last newest lecture, and this really helps me. As for how I organize my notes, like, in my actual notes, basically what I do in GoodNotes, it's just a notebook, so it's pretty chronological, which I was really worried about. With Okay, let me know if the quality is really bad, guys, because I'm watching the stream and the quality of the stream is really bad. I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi. I want you guys to be able to see what I'm talking about. Wow, it's really bad. It is blurry. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, so I'm gonna keep talking. Hopefully the quality stays okay and doesn't get too blurry. Basically, in GoodNotes, it's chronological, and you can add specific pages to your outline. So when we switch to a new topic, I add that page to my outline so I can easily find it in my notebook, and that keeps it really organized. And then as for, like, within my notes, I do this naturally. I had no clue this was a way to organize your notes. I thought I was, like, super unorganized, but it's called the outline method. And basically you have a title, like you have a title, then you have a subtitle for something that has to do with, like, the main information, and then you have bullet points underneath that. And if it's information about one of the bullet points, it goes further indented, and then if you have information about that, it goes even further indented. I stray a little away from the exact method because this is just how I naturally do it, and I have my own little tricks, but I didn't realize that the outline method was actually a way to organize your notes, so that's pretty cool. I've seen some really cool ways to organize notes, and I thought I was doing it completely wrong, but turns out that the outline method is perfectly fine for note taking. And that's how I naturally do it, so that's the way I want to. Okay, hopefully it stays clear. Let me know if it gets blurry again. I really can't control how it looks. So if my Wi-Fi gets a little bad, it's gonna get a little blurry, and I'm really sorry about that. I need to figure out live streaming still, because this is only my second live stream. Do you have any music artist recommendations and any favorite artists? So in the description of this video and all my videos will be a link to my Spotify, and I have a lot of playlists that you guys can look at. I really like oldies music. There's a lot of artists there. I just started getting into Rex Orange County, and I've really been liking his music. I also always love Billie Eilish. She's always a favorite. Lord, Vance Joy. If you check out my Spotify, you'll see a lot of the artists that I like. Um, yeah. How do I deal with burnout? So, this is a really common question. I don't know the best ways to deal with it, but I know when it's coming on. Like, I can feel when burnout is coming on, and I know I'm doing a little too much and stressing myself out. What I try to do is I try to clear up my schedule a little. Sometimes it's really easy to try to do everything and anything because you think that, you know, being productive will, you overbook your schedule sometimes. So I try to make sure I don't keep my schedule overbooked. And then I try and take some time to myself, whether that's journaling or drawing or painting. You need to take at least small breaks between studying. I've learned that because burning out is really ineffective, and it can hurt like how you do on things. So it's good to take breaks and take some personal time at least once a day, even if it is for like 20 minutes. You need to spend some time with yourself doing something that you enjoy, even if that is just scrolling through TikToks for like an hour. I just turned 21 yesterday, for the person that asked how old I am. Tips on how to focus for a long period of time. So when I have to focus for a long time, basically what I do is I get all ready for it. Um, if I know I'm going to be studying for a long time, I make sure that I have snacks, coffee, water, and if I don't have those on me, I make sure that I'm close to Sparty's, which is our school, like, it's like a mini gas station that our school has. It has a lot of food and drinks, and you just have to make sure that you have a place to keep fueling yourself if you're going to be studying for a long time. You also need to make sure that you take um, when you're studying for a long time, you need to make sure you're comfortable. You're in a spot that you know you're going to focus. If you don't study well with friends, I wouldn't plan on studying with a friend. If you feel like studying with friends makes you study better, then do that. But it's really up to you what you do. But my main tip is make sure it's somewhere comfortable, somewhere you feel like you can get a lot done, and make sure that you do take breaks if you are studying for a long time. Every like you can either do breaks every 25 minutes for 5 minutes or every 50 minutes for 10 minutes. That's a really popular method. It's called like the Pomodoro method. I've been trying to use it recently and I haven't told you guys about it because I'm trying to figure out if it works for me or not. But if you look up the Pomodoro method, that's a good thing to do if you're going to be studying for a long time. Aw, you asked to send me a letter because I feel like you feel like I'm an older sister to you. Um, I think that is so freaking sweet. I'm gonna see if I can set up a way for you guys to send me stuff. Um, if you email my business email if you're interested in sending me something, to the person who commented that, and you can find my business email on my channel in the like about me section. And if you please only message that email if you really need to. It is for business inquiries only, but for you, if you really want to send me something, feel free to leave me a message through my business email or try to reach out through DM. I am so behind on DMs. I literally have so many to answer that it could possibly get lost. Thank you everyone for the happy belated birthday messages. So someone asked, have you tried not taking notes and just listening? So if you mean just listening to like the lecture, I feel like That would not personally work for me. I'm trying to learn proper study methods because I want to improve the way that I study and study smarter, not necessarily harder. So there's a difference between passive and active learning. So passive learning is things like, listening to something. That's like the most passive form of learning. There's also typing on a computer to take notes. That is passive learning, especially if you're copying word for word what someone is saying. And taking handwritten notes is still passive learning. So to make it to retain information, you need to try and do active learning, which I'm learning to do. I'm no expert on this, but basically, active learning is when you have to really think about what you're writing down or what you're studying. And a good way to do that is to do things like flashcards and really recognize like what you're putting on the card and think hard about how you can make it efficient. And if you rewrite your notes in your own words, which is what I try to do, that is another way to do active learning. If you do flashcards and study them, that can be active learning. I'm trying to figure out more ways to do that, so I'll keep you guys posted when I do post my study tips and tricks video. I'm just trying to clean up my study routine before I post that. Do you ever listen to music while you study? If so, what types? If you look in the description of this live stream, I have my favorite playlist. Well, usually my favorite. I switch to different playlists all the time. If you go to my Spotify, you'll see my oldies playlist, which I listen to because I don't sing along to it, so it's better for me to listen to that when I am studying because I'm not tempted to sing along to it. And then also my Chill the Fuck Out Girly playlist I like to listen to when I study. And then I also listen to Crime Junkies, which is a podcast. I really recommend Crime Junkies if you like true crime and you like something just playing in the background when you're taking notes. That's actually what I was listening to when I was doing the live stream without audio. Tips for stopping procrastination. Um, Good question. I think the best thing to do is to be real with yourself and set up a plan of action for if you're going to procrastinate. This is all off the top of my head, so this might not be the best tips. I'll definitely include a section on this in my How I Study video. But if I feel like I'm procrastinating, I try to inspire myself and reroute my brain into a more productive mindset. So let's say you're feeling unmotivated, you're in bed watching TikToks, but you really should be taking your notes for your class or studying. What I do is I'll go back to YouTube and I'll watch some productive videos, like study with me videos, or I'll even look at my own videos and be like, wow, I was so productive. Like, I need to do this. And usually watching productive videos will get me out of the procrastination mindset that I'm in. Sometimes, if you find yourself procrastinating a lot, ask yourself if you need like a minute to relax and just, do something fun for yourself because maybe you're getting burnt out. But if you truly are procrastinating, have a plan for yourself. There's an app called Flora. I'll write it out for you guys. I can't do it in my videos. I can't use this app in my videos because basically you can't unlock your phone while you're using the app. You set a timer and study for the amount, like set the timer for the amount of time you want to study, and you grow a tree during this amount of time. And basically, you can't use your phone while the timer's running, and that's a really good way to stay off of your phone when you're studying. So this is a really good app for studying. Let me know if you guys have used that app and if you have any recommendations other than that app. I've used it a little and I've really liked it so far. You can even like make a donation, and you can like set a money amount for your timer, and if you break the timer then you'll lose the money. And that's what one of my friends has to do because otherwise he'll just open back up his phone and cancel the timer. So if you're really, really bad about procrastination, there's even a way that like you can risk money to keep yourself from studying or from not studying. Someone said I do my homework the day the homework is due. I mean, sometimes I do that too, but my main goal usually is to get things, small assignments that are due, done the day before. So I'm always like one step ahead. So if something's due, if I have homework due like Tuesday and Thursday, I'm gonna get that homework done Monday and Wednesday every week. So I'm one step ahead of the game. And that really helps you with getting good study habits and like good homework habits. Any tips for exam anxiety? My biggest tip is like the first thing I'm going to tell you is if you think you have anxiety, especially with exams, try to see if your school has a way for you to get accommodations. I don't know how that's going to work for your school, so I can't really tell you how to do that, but try to search up or try to call somebody in the counseling and psychiatric services place at your school and ask them if there's a certain way that you can get accommodations for your exams to help you with your anxiety. This when at my school, when you get accommodations, it can be for a lot of things. It can be for exams, it can be for projects, it can be for attendance. So if you think you're struggling with like anxiety or your depression is getting in the way of your schoolwork, that is considered a disability at a lot of places, and you can try and get accommodations for that. If you don't have the option to get accommodations, I highly recommend repeatedly reminding yourself that this assignment or this exam is not the end of the world, and that is hard to do, but you need to retrain your brain to understand that one assignment is not going to make or break your future. I used to get very worked up about a single assignment or a single exam, and one exam messing up everything is just not what you need to be worrying about. You need to try and focus on getting as much as you can done for that exam and try to calm yourself down by telling yourself that it is not the end of the world if you don't do the best on this exam. And if you do end up doing bad, you need to take it as a learning experience and adjust how you're studying. That has helped me a lot, changing your mindset into a more positive one, and it helps you calm down for exams. But definitely get accommodations if you can. I hope that helped. Um, Erin, you asked about the habit tracker. Basically, I searched up habit tracker outline free download on Google and found one that I liked. I don't know exactly which one it was. I can try and let you know later in one of your comments under my videos. Um, I don't know exactly which one it is, but I basically just searched up habit tracker free PDF download and then just downloaded it to my iPad. And you can print it out if you want to use a hard copy. Any tips for studying midterms that require short answer? So basically, what I do to prepare for short answer is if they give you any practice short answer problems, I do those. If there's learning objectives for the class, you want to do those too, and you want to handwrite these out in your own words and understand what you're writing. This will prepare you the best. If you know for sure that, let's say, mitosis is going to be a short answer on your exam, you want to fully understand mitosis and how it works and write it out in your own words with your own diagrams and memorize it with active learning to make sure that you're fully prepared for answering it short answer. And then also, if you don't know what's going to be on your short answer, I would just make sure that I don't have the best tips for this. I haven't had a short answer exam in so long. I know short answer scares a lot of people, but just remember that like it's an opportunity to get partial credit. So as long as you know at least a little bit about the topic, as long as you studied everything at least a little bit, you'll at least be able to get partial credit. So honestly, short answer can be a blessing sometimes. Any tips on time management for studying on a daily basis? Um, Try to set a goal for yourself for how much you want to study each day. I tend to study a lot more than I should, and I don't really have a plan for it because I enjoy studying and it calms me down. It gets my mind off of things, so I really enjoy doing it. But if you don't like studying or you think you need a plan, set a goal for each day. For my research, for example, I have a goal of doing at least an hour of bee research every day to meet my hour requirements for research. And that's helped me. So you can do that with studying too. Try to just do it an hour a day. Set a timer on your iPhone and sit down with no distractions. Put on your Flora app um, and set a timer for an hour and just go at your studying. If you want to do longer or shorter, that works too. But setting up a schedule or goals for yourself, that would be really helpful for me personally. Good night, Tracy. Thank you for watching. Do you plan on your iPad for assignments? If so, what do you use? I use Evernote and I use the monthly template and put everything that's due at the beginning of the semester. Like I read all my syllabus stuff and fill out the entire calendar for everything that's due and edit it along the way. And that's the free version of Evernote. Like you don't need to pay for Evernote to make a monthly planner. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop answering questions now and get back to studying. The microphone is going to be muted because I can't play music because it gets copyrighted and then the stream will be taken down. I'm trying to find a way to add music to this, but I'm not able to like figure that out in the moment and wanted to do this for you guys. So I'm going to get to more studying and then maybe answer some more questions in a little bit. Love you guys. Also, if you realized there is an option to do super chat now. So if you guys really, really want me to um, notice your comment or anything, then you can do a super chat and it'll support the channel as well. And I'll write a little note to you while I'm studying if I don't have the audio on. So, yeah. Check out Super Chat if you want. I understand if you do not have the money, please do not Super Chat. But if you want to support the channel and you feel like it, feel free. Okay, muting the microphone now and getting back to studying. I appreciate you all. Popping in to say thank you so much, Isaiah. I know that you support the channel always, and I always appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat and the donation. You mean the world. Support means the world to me, and I appreciate you, and I hope you know that. Thank you.